It's always interesting when we have a manipulative character who gains power to control people psychologically by gaslighting, casted as the main lead in a BL drama, because sometimes, this character carries the show and conveys the real motive and intentions of the series or movie. This video is made for entertainment purposes and to enlighten ourselves as BL fans based on these fictional characters. First of all, who is a manipulator? Manipulators are intelligent people who use power and tricks to get you to surrender yourself in order for them to take control. It is also important to know how to spot these characters in order to avoid being manipulated. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be talking about the most manipulative character in BL series, so without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Sanjay Men. This character came to me as a shock, as I was not expecting such a crazy, obsessive manipulator who gains power by control. This is actually the worst of them all because he is literally crazy. Well, I think apart from being a great manipulator, he is also a gaslighter. First of all, he manipulates his friends into leaving the country. Also, he gains power to gaslight Kim Soo-hyun into believing that not dating Daeun will make them stay by his side forever. But what bothers me about his plot is that the psychopath made a promise to never date him if he didn't date him, and he did even though he was dying to be by his side. That's not all. He also often causes scenes and appears as a savior just so he could gain power and control over Daeun again. But he failed to realize that not only do his actions hurt Daeun, but his actions are also hurting him and driving him crazy. He is a total freak who could do anything for control even when he purposely stabs himself with a knife. That is just another way of manipulating Daeun not to leave him, and he does everything just to be by his side, which is just so toxic. Number 2. Tan or Nu. I would have put this character first, but I think he needs some space since he did all he did for revenge. However, Nu is a great manipulator, who could psychologically twist everyone's brain, and I guess he is a psychopath too, because plotting a plan of getting revenge by hallucinating others is crazy on another level, then manipulating Fee into joining his plan after he promised him that all is well set and no one will get hurt, just for them to know the truth, only for him to even turn against him in the end. That really went too far. I think this character is the greatest of them all because he manipulated a whole 10 people into thinking they were being hunted by a ghost, not knowing he was the one. Well, as much as they deserved it, I couldn't wrap my head around how innocent he looks and acts, and then revealing the monster in him. Number 3. Tong. This is another one that pisses me off, especially since he manipulated Ming's sister into loving him because he thinks she has money. He also manipulated Ming into thinking he has some unacceptable feelings for him. The worst of it all is how he manipulated Joe into shutting up. He also used the power he had over Ming to make Joe lose an important audition that might have changed his life. And that's the point of manipulating others. He wants control. He wants to be the head, and he wants everyone to bow to him. Such a selfish character. Number 4. Chan. I don't think there is anyone this character can't manipulate with his exceptional psychological skills because he is good at messing with people's head. Although, I'm not really surprised at how Chan is a big-time manipulator because he is a lawyer. However, he is more terrible than he seems. He was good at manipulating situations to his favor. And oh, for gaslighting, that was his favorite, which is the power he used to control people. Chan was just too much. He even tricked his boyfriend's mother into loving him while also tricking society into believing that they came after his client by burning down his own crush's house. Crazy, right? The one that pisses me off the most was the way he made the last hard man standing fall for him and even made Tin believe he loved him. That was shocking. Honestly, sometimes I try to reflect on it, and then I realize that Tin knew exactly who Chan was. Maybe he just got carried away. Number 5. Vegas. This is an exceptional, talented manipulator, which was why he was a popular character in the BL fandom, and we thought he was the worst before others showed up with flying black colors. Vegas is also a crazy manipulator who knows how to play a very smooth game. Let's not get started on him, because he is something else. Is it the way he used everyone against each other, or the way he manipulated Portia and it looked so fucking real and undeniable? I mean, Vegas is manipulative, but that's not all he is. He is also crazy psychologically. He could make you believe that blue is red or yellow is green. That's how much of a gaslighter he was. Number 6. Can't. This is another big psychological manipulator in BL series. According to the character he played, because of the stunts he pulled, if I ignored the fact that manipulating Fatal and Bison was part of his job as an undercover detective, but what about how he manipulated his innocent friend who just wanted a car into getting involved with a hitman? He literally gaslighted him into thinking it was easy and that he should just put in more effort. However, he has always been a big-time manipulator, which is why he is obviously a professional ex-car thief. Meanwhile, I think he went too far with messing with Bison, especially how he manipulated him into loving him and ultimately made him fall for him. The next character on the list shocked me, and that's because no one expected this from a quiet person who looks like a nerd. Taclin also pulled a great stunt, and he is definitely a manipulator. Psychologically, he knows how to play mind games and twist situations to his advantage. Like, he literally needs no one's help, whether you think he does it for personal gain or revenge. There is no doubt that this character is skilled at bending people's perspectives. Number 8, Ming. This is also a great psychological manipulator, and he doesn't even want to agree that he is one. I understand that his actions were driven by his obsessive nature, but the way he manipulated Joe, whose character is 10 years older than him, is alarming. Like, I still don't believe in his love. However, he succeeded in making Joe fall for him by making him believe that no one better than him would ever want him. And when someone he thinks is not better than him comes around, he goes berserk. That aside, because Ming has money, he literally manipulated Joe in his second chance at life, convincing him that he would have him whether he liked it or not because he had money. He even made Joe sign an agreement that he owed his life for 1 year. Meanwhile, his plan was to use that time span to convince Joe to get back with him so they could be together again. I mean, this character just wants control. Number 9, Sagasaki Mizuki. This hot-headed guy actually makes you believe that he doesn't need to work or be independent. Meanwhile, the only reason behind that is him wanting to take control and be in charge of his life so you wouldn't be able to do anything without him. Even from the start, he manipulated him into moving in with him in exchange for you keeping the house and also satisfying his sexual urges. Even though you also liked it because moving in with your cute crush was not a bad idea, it is important to understand that he used Yo's situation against him to gain control. But you never knew that Mizuki wanted him to move in so he could take charge of his life. Should I call him an obsessed psychopath who just wants everything in his favor, or a crazy possessive man who couldn't afford to lose his power over his lover? Number 10, Boston. This character literally manipulates every single person in the series psychologically. Even Top, who is also a gaslighter, also fall for his trick. I was disappointed when he was able to manipulate him because I just thought he should have known better. The way he used everyone against each other and made it look like they were the problem and not him was shocking. To crown it all, he doesn't care. Some manipulators will at least care at some point, but this one doesn't. If anyone is stupid enough to fall for his tricks, then that person is just doomed, which I find a little insensitive and weird because it's just too much. As much as I will not say he manipulated Nick into loving him, because it's clear that he really didn't want to involve himself with love. He also didn't want anyone around him to be in love, but after he declared his intentions to Nick and parted ways, he then manipulated him into thinking he was a changed man and that they could finally be together. Honestly, that really pisses me off. Number 11, Korn, Kin's father from Kin Porsche. This man is something else when it comes to psychological manipulation, and because he is not the main character, I think he doesn't get talked about much. He literally uses his own kids, brother, and sister. He manipulates everyone into thinking they have no other options, especially Portia and Kin. Also, he is a great liar and gaslighter. The way he faked his own death just to calm things down and then reappeared out of the blue, it's really traumatizing. I mean, literally every story he told Kin and Portia about Portia's parents seemed true, but in reality, they were all lies, and when they finally found out, he cooked up another believable lie again, making it so real that no one questioned him. Number 12. Senator Thattep. It's not strange that politicians use influence and manipulation psychologically to invade people's minds and make them like them. But this man is actually something else. Imagine him manipulating his own son into thinking he was guilty for his father's crimes and how he even controlled reporters with the power he had. Basically, if you have what he wants, you either give it to him and receive good compensation, or he takes your life and has it anyway. I mean, that's how he works. It's annoying how he fooled society by appearing as a good Samaritan, not knowing he is a villain who swims in blood. And lastly, Gun, the father of Vegas. This man literally psychologically manipulated his son into thinking he was a loser. Imagine blaming his failures on his own son. Like, that's just crazy. That's all for this video. Guys, let me know your opinions about it in the comments section below, and tell me about other psychological manipulators I may have missed on this list. Thanks for watching, guys. That's all for now. See you in the next one.